and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. Revelation 20.8. I was particularly interested in the Gog and Magog element because there's a pub called that here, but mainly because the history of that was there was a limestone carving of Gog and Magog on a hill where the citadel currently stands. So in the Bible, Gog is described as the leader from the land of Magog, often interpreted as a region in the north of Israel, who's prophesied to lead a coalition of nations. So one site that I looked at talked about Gog meaning rooftop, which could actually link to this whole idea of a governing council. I'm just going to go on a wild tangent because that seems to be my favourite thing to do. Rooftop could relate to Ruth from the kingdom of Moab. And interestingly, so the story is that Ruth refused to leave Naomi's side. So is Naomi Magog, the mother of Ruth in a sense? Although this would be mother-in-law, I think. So is this saying that the children of Ruth are in number like the sand on the seashore, where somebody's selling seashells? Perhaps somebody lives by the sea. But there's no sea in my picture, although the bottom bit does look a bit like a boat, I think. And then there's floaty people in the sky, obviously. At the front of that boat, I guess it's at the helm. I'm never sure about parts of boats. It looks a bit like a cross to me, but with eyes either side. To the left of which, I guess, would be the figurehead of the boat, but it actually looks like somebody sort of lying down, perhaps made of wood, so it's symbolic, but they have got this sort of like horny bit on their head. A bit like they're all wrapped up as well. So there's this sort of central figure here that looks like they've shot up from somewhere, or dangling there. Looks a bit like a banana. I don't know if that's a joke, reference to like Inanna perhaps. Then on the left, there's this other figure that's sort of talking to them, like laughing. Got this long headdress, sort of chilling. It looks like they're on a seat, but you can't see it, like they're sat down. And then there's someone here on the right-hand side that's sort of got their back to everybody, just looking away, sort of chilling to themselves. There is this figure sort of lying on the top of it, so perhaps they're sort of like communing with them. And there's this kind of like, I think, lizardy type creature, perhaps. Could also be a tiger, I can't tell. I don't think it's a tiger with a tail though, is it? Just on the top of what looks a bit like a boomerang at the top, doesn't it? And I guess that reference to a boomerang is this idea of like it coming back, something that was once there, known, understood or whatever, returning. Revelation talks about this deceiving the nations, but I'm not sure if we could be any more deceived right now if we tried. Thanks for listening, and please like and subscribe.